First minute gone here.
Again, in the next 20 seconds, we're going to look to probably see a second passivity call, and someone's going to go on the shot clock. Again, that shot clock on a second passivity, there's going to be 30 seconds put up on the clock. If that wrestler that's called for her second passivity does not get a score, and it's going to be LARROQUE, if she doesn't get a score, then her opponent will be granted a point.
Well, the shouts of Kumba trying to implore the French wrestler forward here. KUENZ on the defense. LARROQUE trying to reach over there and use that physical presence. Good movement from the Austrian, slides round the back.
And KUENZ was able to, well, like we talked before, limp arm her arm out of the 2-on-1. LARROQUE was able to control two hands on one of the arms of LARROQUE. Now both athletes have been warned for passivity.
Well, LARROQUE looking pretty strong here. She's moved up a weight category.
Now KUENZ is on the shot clock. She's received her second passivity call. Once again, if that clock counts up to 30 seconds, you're going to hear a little doorbell. And if that doorbell sounds, then LARROQUE will be awarded a point.
I'm sure the French crowd will be ready to answer that door with open arms because the clock is ticking. And the point has scored. LARROQUE in the lead. 30 seconds and some change left in the first.
Neither athlete, again, both very young. KUENZ only 22. This is a big stage, and your nerves can, that heightened level of anxiety can get in the way sometime, and obviously you don't want to make a mistake to cost you the match in the first period. So not a whole lot of offensive attacks. Both of these wrestlers wrestling very defensively here in this first 3 minutes.
Well, a handful of hair from KUENZ at the end, but nothing much to show on the scoreboard for the Austrian. LARROQUE, the customary feeling out process complete. And as you said, Brian, not much in terms of quality wrestling, but they will know what's required now. Big occasion now for LARROQUE, and she's not short of intensity. She's always in there.
Absolutely, both of them, forehead to forehead, head to head, fighting hands. Just no one's taken a true attack yet where they change their level and attack to a leg. A lot of finger fighting, hand fighting, a lot of pulling down on the head there. And I wouldn't be surprised to see some more passivity calls if this action continues in the second period. I will tell you, a partisan crowd, however, will probably make the referees think about warning KUENZ more and LARROQUE less.
It's a very good point, and it is a very useful point on the board for LARROQUE. Can she surf on the atmosphere, the ambience created? She's going for the big throw here.
LARROQUE did a great job of changing directions, going side to side with her hands, and now little leg attack. KUENZ turned her back for just a short time as she was trying to limp her arm out of that 2-on-1. Kind of a perfect opportunity for LARROQUE. She just wasn't in position to take the attack.
KUENZ for a moment was stuck between LARROQUE and a hard place. She finds herself back in this one. Hands down on the mat from the Austrian. Little level change from LARROQUE.
She really likes that overhook position and has her head pressed. She's trying to get a step out here, but KUENZ doing a great job with her right arm underhook. Nice snap down. And right there, I believe KUENZ's head went out first. And they do give LARROQUE a point for the step out or the head out in that situation. It was a nice overhook, a nice whizzer position for LARROQUE. She was able to pop her hips in and win the position with KUENZ going out of bounds and touching out of bounds first.
Well, Brian Hazard with the analysis there. Heads out, and she is ahead further now. LARROQUE 2 to the good. The crowd beginning to enjoy this one now. Still plenty of wrestling left.
And that was the best series of attacks for both athletes. In this last minute and a half, I think we're going to see some flurry of action.
Well, let's hope so, as they both lock arms here. LARROQUE showing that strength, as we mentioned, moving up the weight category. She's carried the power with her. No shortage of stamina, and certainly no question of passivity from either. Both in amongst it. Pawing and clawing at the head, KUENZ there. LARROQUE returns the favour. French coach happy with the action.
Again, they're clearing those ties, trying to get the hands off of their head and trying to clear some weapons for a, just a pure look at the leg attacks. Only a minute to go. KUENZ is going to have to take a leg attack because one passivity isn't going to do it.
Well, you mentioned the ability of LARROQUE to keep those legs away. The long levers, has a little sneaky look at the scoreboard there. The French athlete in red, and it makes pretty good viewing. 40 seconds, couple of points to the good.
Nice little head roll by KUENZ, trying to get to the offside, and a beautiful level change to an ankle pick by LARROQUE. Feet to back, and I believe they're gonna call that 4 points. They do. She took her leg up, and I think she kind of tricked KUENZ by thinking she was just gonna try for the step out instead at the last moment. A little extra shove to the leg up to the sky, and KUENZ tumbled very quickly to her back for a 4-point hold.
Well, the flexibility of KUENZ counted against the LARROQUE's explosive speed across the mat, puts her in prime position, 6 to the good, into the last 10 seconds. KUENZ shoots for double legs, but double delight for France for sure. Kumba LARROQUE with the bronze.
Absolutely huge for the French in their town to have a medal, and how exciting for the French coaches. They poured a lot of time into this young lady, and she's going to have her spot on the podium tonight.
And from start to finish, that was fantastic wrestling. Great entertainment. What a moment. Kumba LARROQUE with the bronze.
LARROQUE at the end had hand fought so long up high that once she was able to clear the